Hey guys, I hope you all had a great 4th of July holiday last week. Kevin and I are back in town from taking a few days off, so I'm going to be sharing a quick update on the latest real estate market trends from last month, which was June 2024. As a homeowner, following real estate trends is important because it helps you track and estimate your home's value. And as a potential buyer, knowing the current state of the market can give you an advantage when purchasing and help set expectations. So let's dive in. So for a high-level market overview, months of supply is a great number to look at. Months of supply is how long it would take all houses currently on the market to sell. A balanced market occurs when months of supply value is between 4 and 6 months. On the other hand, when inventory is low, months of supply is usually less than 4 months, and this is a sign of a seller's market as prices increase and competition is high. When inventory levels are high, months of supply is typically greater than 6 months, and this creates less competition, which drives prices down and is considered a buyer's market. Now that you have that background, for the last several months, the months of supply has been hovering around 2 months for most areas around Charleston without much change. However, when you're looking at the data as a whole for the last 6 months, we might be seeing the slightest uptick in months of supply, which could be an indication that inventory is increasing. Now, this increase can be for several reasons, such as new construction being built, more homeowners selling their homes in general, and possibly just normal seasonal fluctuations with more homes being listed over the summer. But I don't think this trend is one to call home about quite yet, as the range is still only 2.2 to 2.5. We still have a long way to go before we see an actual shift resulting in a more balanced market. But time will tell, and we will continue to monitor the numbers. Since last month, the average home price for the area hasn't changed much at all. Dorchester County, Berkeley County, and the greater Summerville area all saw around 1% or less in change of sale price from last month. So again, pretty stable. Charleston County had the most significant change in average home price as it decreased around 2%. But remember, we saw a huge unexpected rise in the average home price for Charleston County a couple months ago. So this again is likely just a little correction, putting us back to where it should be. Overall, we are not worried about home prices dropping significantly in our area, but expect them to stay pretty stable. The list to sell price ratio remains high. This number is in the 97th percentile across all Tri-County areas. This statistic indicates the percentage of a list price that a home sells for. So, in a nutshell, if you're purchasing a home, you can still expect to pay close to list price. Remember, we are still in a seller's market, so deals on real estate are hard to come by right now. Now, you might be wondering how long it takes properties to sell. On average in June, it took 39 days in the greater Summerville area for a home to go under contract. This was down from 40 days in May. Both Charleston and Dorchester counties saw a similar slight decrease in days on market, but Berkeley County increased just a bit. Overall, this number was down for the entire area, which is probably just a normal seasonal sign that we are in a busy real estate season. Current interest rates are ranging from 6.42% to 7.17%, depending on the loan program and the buyer qualifications. This is pretty consistent with last month's rates, and here's a little disclaimer. Our mortgage lender partners do not always like us talking about interest rates because they are so variable and depend on so many different factors. However, we know this is important to consumers, so we always mention it. But just remember to take these numbers with a grain of salt because your exact rate will depend on the type of loan, the terms and condition of your loan, incentives or buy-down options provided by the seller, as well as your individual qualifications as a borrower, such as credit score and debt-to-income ratio. So when we look at the data as a whole, what does it all mean? Overall, we might be starting to see slightly higher levels of inventory, but we are still very far from the inventory levels needed for a switch in the market from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Prices have remained high and stable, and demand in our area is still there. In the next couple of months, it will be interesting to see how the market changes in anticipation of the election this year and if it has any effect at all. We'll follow it closely for you, though. If you've been on the fence about buying or selling, let's chat. While helpful, don't get hung up on the numbers mentioned here or the headlines you see in the news. Let us learn about your situation and goals, and we can provide insight to help you make the decision that's right for you. Both Kevin and I are always available via text or phone, and our contact information is all below. See you guys next month.